Get away out round him now. No! Foxy, come here. Come back. Come here. Come back here. Here. No! Come back here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here, bad dog. Sit down. Down. You mad dog. No! Come here. Now get away out. Get away out back. Get away out round him. Why? Sweet.
She was here.
I brought her along. I thought you might like to rear it.
She might.
Bathsheba!
She should be here. Would you care to wait?
Thank you.
If you like to leave the lamb, I'll tell her.
Well, the lamb isn't really the business I came about, Mrs. Hurst. In short, I was going to ask her if she'd like to be married.
Were you indeed?
Because if she would, I'd be very glad to marry her. Do you know if she has any other young men hanging about her at all?
Dozens, I'm afraid. 1, 2, 3, dozens.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm only an everyday sort of man, and my only chance was in being first comer. No use my waiting then. Well, I'll take myself off.
It's not true.
What isn't?
Dozens.
Oh,
Not one, nor two, nor three.
I see.
In fact, I haven't anyone at all.
Well, I'm really and truly very glad to hear that. I've got a snug little farm.
Yes, you have.
A man's advanced me money to begin, but I shall pay that off soon as my sheep come to market. I'm only an everyday sort of man, but, well, I've got on a little since I was a boy. And when we're married, I shall work twice as hard as I do now. I know I can make you happy. You shall have a piano in a year or two. Farmers' wives are getting to have pianos now.
Oh, I should like that.
And I could practice up the flute, play for you in the evenings. You shall have one of those little 10-pound gigs for market.
Really?
And a frame for cucumbers. And when the wedding's done, we'll have it put in the papers.
Oh, I should love that.
And the baby's in the list of births. And at home by the fire, whenever I look up, there you will be. And whenever you look up, there I shall be.
I'm sorry, but it's no use.
Why?
Because I don't love you.
Well, now, that is a tale. You chase after a man, then you say you don't want him.
I didn't chase after you. I just didn't want you thinking I was any man's property. Look, Mr. Oak, you're a farmer just beginning. And in common prudence, you ought to marry a woman with money who can clear you of debt and stock up a good farm for you.
That's the very thing I've been thinking myself.
Then why'd you come here bothering me?
Perhaps because I can't bring myself to be prudent.
Oh, I see. Well, how can you possibly expect me to marry someone who can't be prudent?
Now, Bathsheba. I'll wait a while. I love you far more than common.
I'm sorry, but I don't love you a bit, so it'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
Very well. And I shall ask you no more.
Bye-bye, Auntie.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Take care of yourself. Get a message to me. Take care of her, Mr. Gibbons. Don't forget to write to me.
Thank God I'm not married.
Form ranks now. Come on, get in the line. Come on. Come on. What are you doing here? I can't stop now.
But you did say that I could come and see you.
You shouldn't be here.
Frank, when will it be?
When will what be?
The ceremony.
The ceremony?
The wedding. You did say time and again we'd be married.
If I said so, then we will. Only I can't stop now.
You did mean it, didn't you, Frank?
Fanny, do I love you?
Oh, Frank.
Well, do I?
You will get permission from the officers, won't you?
I'll get more than permission unless I get on. I'll lose my stripes. And you'll lose your week's wages if you don't get back. As soon as we get our new posting, I'll send you word.
I'll come right away.
You'll come when I tell you, and not a minute later. Now, don't be a doodle, Fanny. I'll see you soon. That's enough of that. Walk, march. You look like you know. Are you looking for a job? Where would you like to go now?
You looking for hands, sir?
No, I'm looking for a place myself. Do you know anyone who needs a bailiff?
Oh, that I don't.
Any sort of a job here?
How long have you been a shepherd?
A year, sir.
What work are you after?
Bailiff, sir.
I'm wanting a shepherd.
Yes. How long have you been with him?
Well, riders out, good horse. Good horses. Fight in all Ireland.
How old are you? 52. Carter? Can he drive 3 horses abroad? Can he plough? Can he soul cow?
What about old Sam Waits? There was no one better in his day, and there's work in him yet.
Not enough for my acreage.
You get him cheap.
You eat well? 17 years. Why'd you leave there?
Are you wanting a shepherd, sir? No, a bailiff.
7 shillings.
I've got 3 children, sir. I can't.
7 shillings a week and a cottage.
Well, I don't know, sir. I was hoping 8,
It's a
sir.
good cottage.
Take it, Tom.
I was hoping 8, sir.
7.
All right, sir, all right.
Well, yes, sir. How old did you say you were? 54, sir.
Whose farm were you last upon?
My own, sir.
Good night, Mr. Bowen. I'll race you home sometime.
There's a handsome body of a woman, the new mistress. As far as looks are concerned, that is.
So are those saying. So are those saying. Hey, boy. Steady.
They say her every night afore a goes to bed or sits in front of the mirror to see her nightcaps on proper. There's a vain female.
And not a married woman. Oh, the world.
Twere a funny thing to do, leave a farm to a woman. I never thought old Mr. Everdeen would ever leave a farm to a woman.
His nearest relation, she is.
Ah.
Look in the glass to put on her nightcap properly.
Help, everyone! No good, I'll get a catch, it'll all go up. Help! Help, me!
That were a funny thing to do, leave a farm to a woman.
Looks in the glass to put on her nightcap properly.
There's a vain female.
The vain female for sure.
Oh, yeah, it'll go up.
Where's the bailiff? Where's Bailiff Pennyway? Where's Bailiff Pennyway?
Nobody's ever seen him, ma'am, in an Oakless. Ain't seen him anywhere.
Pennyway?
No, ma'am. He is in all this mess, ma'am.
We need a train. Organize a train. Forward train.
hopeless, sir. It's hopeless. No, it's not. Get Rick Clouds. Rick Clouds. Rick Clouds. You get water. Rick Clouds underneath. Stop the draft underneath it. Rick Clouds. Rick Clouds. Oh, yeah. You, get water. Water. Bring the water over here. This way. Don't need Rick Clouds. Here. Give away that cola. Make a line. Make a line. Make a line. Here. Stay where I put it. Here. Full bucket's coming up, the empty one's going down. Keep this line going.
Who's that giving orders?
Bring the water over here. The bars are down there. Pass them down quicker. Bucket.
There goes the other rig!
Get a ladder. Get a ladder. Exercise score.
Who is that man taking charge?
I don't know, ma'am, but whoever he is, he saved your Ricks for you.
Where's Bailiff Pennyways?
You want a shepherd, ma'am?
Who's that?
What are you doing here, Mr. Pennyways?
Oh, it's you, Miss Everdeen. You startled me. I was just sifting some barley because of the fire.
Don't you lie to me like that. Leave that and get out.
Don't get the wrong idea, Miss Everdeen.
I haven't. The last count, there were 5 sacks missing. Now I know why.
Oh, now look,
I want you off this farm before sunrise. Otherwise, I'll have you thrown off. Do you understand? Give me the cheese.
Lead at them like a tomcat, I heard. See? Wondering who's going to be bailing now.
Question is, who's going to be bailing now?
What kind of a place is this to live at? What kind of a missus is she to work under?
Well, her hasn't had the farm above a couple of weeks. Her uncle was took bad, doctor was sent for, but with all his worldwide skill, he couldn't save the man.
Oh.
Yes. Before I begin, I think you ought to know that the bailiff has been dismissed for thieving. And I've resolved to have no bailiff at all. I shall manage everything with my own head and hands. So from now on, these keys remain where I can find them. Now, there's 10 shillings on his pay for anyone who wants to stay, and no hard words for anyone who wants to go. What do you say?
I'll stay with him.
And I'll stay too, ma'am. Henry Frey.
What's your name?
Me. Caney Ball.
Ah, Cain? How did you come by such a name?
Twere like this, ma'am. My mother, her not being a scripture-read woman, and made a mistake at my christening. Thought as Abel killed Cain and called me Cain, mistaking Abel for Cain.
Oh, how unfortunate for you.
Thank you.
We call him Cain because it sounds better.
Oh. Andrew Randall. Will you stay?
Oh, I was...
He can curse as well as you or I, ma'am, but he can't say common speech to save him. If you stayed, Andrew, just nod your head.
Oh. finish thanking me in a day or two. Labenthal, will you stay with us?
For you or anyone else who pays me well, ma'am.
The man must live.
Who's that woman?
I be his lawful wife.
Oh, you are? Well, will you stay, Laban?
He'll stay, ma'am.
Well, I suppose he can speak for himself.
Oh, Lord, ma'am, not he. Poor gawk, I'm immortal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Fanny Robin.
Born on the farm, ma'am. Brought up by your uncle. What of the family?
Oh, I hope you remain so. 2 shillings and 6pence.
Thank you, ma'am.
Temperance and Soberness Miller. Both women, I suppose.
Here we be, ma'am.
What do you do?
Tend the thrashing machine. Wimble barns, ma'am. And say whoosh to the cocks when they go upon the seeds.
We plant early flower balls and Thompson's wonderful bit of dibble.
Are they satisfactory women?
Oh, yielding women, ma'am. As scarlet a pair as ever you saw.
Sit down.
Who, ma'am?
Sit down. Temperance and soberness. Live up to your names.
Joseph Poorgrass, I'll stay, sir.
Well, mermaid.
Thank you.
This is the new shepherd, miss.
Oh, yes. You understand your duties?
Quite well, thank you, Miss Everdeen. And if I'm in any doubt, I'll inquire. Thank you.
Now, I don't yet know my powers or my talents in farming, but I shall do my best. And if you serve me well, so shall I serve you. And don't let anyone suppose that because I'm a woman, I don't understand the difference between bad goings-on and good. I shall be up before you're awake. I shall be afield before you're up, and I shall have breakfasted before you're afield. In short, I shall astonish you all.
What a mess. Oh, I don't know what he wanted all these old papers for.
Lizzie, how did you feel that way?
Oh, excellent, miss. She was so strong.
All right, was it? You sure?
Yes.
I wonder if I shall ever be able to keep it up.
Oh, yes, of course you will.
Yes, I will.
Look what I found, miss. A valentine. Be a pity not to send it, seeing it's the season.
Oh, yes, so it is. Oh, Liddy, isn't that lovely? I'll send it to one of the Cockham boys, shall I? They'd love it, wouldn't they? Yes. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Marianne.
He's ridden right up to the front door. Can you imagine?
Impertinence. I'm not seeing anyone who behaves like that, and I don't care who it is. Who is it?
It's Mr. Boldwood. He's got the big farm opposite. I wonder what he wants.
Why doesn't someone answer the door? You right away.
You gonna see him then?
Oh, no, of course not. But I don't want him to go without knowing I'm not going to see him. Oh, Marianne, you go.
I can't go like this, miss.
You right away. Fanny! Where is the girl?
Oh, Mr. Baldwood.
Is Miss Everdeen in, Mrs. Coggan?
Oh, is he, sir? I'm sorry, sir. Mrs. Dustin Bottles and is quite an object. Beg to excuse her.
I was just wondering if she wanted any advice, what with the fire and so on. Tell her I'll be only too happy to be of service.
I'll tell her, sir. I'm sure she'll be grateful.
Morning, Mr. Baldwood, sir.
Morning, Ray. Sir. You might tell your mistress if she needs any help not to be too proud to ask.
I will that, sir. We're like England herself now, sir, with the Queen at the helm.
Indeed. I wish you joy of her.
Mr. Boldwood. Is there a Mrs. Boldwood?
No. Never was there such a hopeless man for a woman. He's been courted by 6s and 7s. All the girls, gentle and simple for miles around, have tried him. Janie Perkins worked him for 2 months like a slave. And he cost Farmer Ives' daughters nights of tears and £20 in new clothes. Oh, he's married to his farm, and that's the truth of it.
There's no woman can touch him, miss. 'Tis said he has no passionate parts.
Did anybody ever want to marry you, miss?
Ooh, lots of them, I dare say. A man wanted to once.
How nice it must seem. And you wouldn't have him?
He wasn't good enough for me.
Did you love him, miss?
Oh, no, but I did rather like him.
Come along. It'll do the work of 10 men and do it better. So don't let's have any shaking of heads. Come along. Now I want 1 man on the bags and 2 at the back to clear the straw. Come on, it won't attack you. Come along, 2 at the back.
The rose is red, the violet blue, carnation sweet, and so are you. What I'd like to do.
What?
Send this to Mr. Boldwood.
He'll not be amused, miss.
Do you think I shouldn't?
Oh, yeah, go on.
Go on. Yes, I'm going to. Where's some ink? I saw some. Oh, there it is.
Tomorrow at 11 o'clock at All Saints. And, don't you be late.
Oh, Frank.
She will have to be here in the next quarter of an hour, you know.
Oh, I made a terrible mistake. Can you believe it? I thought the garrison church was All Saints. And then I realized. But it's all right, isn't it, Frank? I mean, it can always be tomorrow, can't it?
You fool for so fooling me.
Oh, Frank, I am sorry. But it can be tomorrow, can't it?
Can it? You made a fool out of me.
Well, when will it be, Frank?
I don't know. I don't know.
I said I was sorry.
I wouldn't give you 45 shillings a quarter for it.
40 shillings a quarter?
No, not 45 shillings.
Morning, miss.
Good morning. I wonder if you could help me. Where would I get the best corn seed, would you say?
Well, you've come to the right place.
Old Everdene's, please. Who? Old Everdene's, please.
Sam here is the finest in the county. Trouble is, it's always gone the moment he sets foot in the exchange.
Tis true, tis true. I haven't got a sack left.
Still, I dare say you could thresh an extra sack or two.
Well, I dare say I might possibly. But mark you, 60 shillings a sack is what I've been offered.
60 shillings? Oh.
You'd not find better than that, miss, wherever you go.
Here, have a look on it. There's no nose to it. Won't find better grain than that in the market.
Well, now, I know nothing about these matters. It's obvious.
Oh, you can trust Sam, miss.
Or I'd say that this was a fusty, pink, no-good parcel of pig fodder.
Stay.
Gabriel, good morning.
Well, miss.
I've been checking the records. We've never had so many lambs come to maturity as this year. Not ever.
Well, we've been lucky, miss.
I've been lucky.
Morning. Morning, Miss Baldwin.
Morning, Miss Everdeen.
Mr. Boldwood, good morning.
I've come hoping that I might speak to you.
Yes. Yes, of course.
I feel almost too much to think. But I've come to talk to you without preface. My life has not been my own since I beheld you clearly. Miss Everdeen, I've come to make you my offer of marriage. Beyond everything, everything I ever believed, I want you as my wife.
You'll see, it'll be a good thing to put the whole valley under one master.
What's her got to get married for? Is strong enough to fight her own battles.
Oh, he's a fine man. She'd be lucky to have him.
Shouldn't I like to kiss her? Oh, smack her in her cherry red lip. I should say so.
That's enough of that smack and cuddle style of yours, Mark Clark. Do you understand?
I would never have spoken out had I not been led to hope.
Oh, that foolish Valentine.
Foolish?
That foolish, wanton Valentine. If you can only forgive me for my thoughtlessness.
No, don't say thoughtlessness. Make me believe it was something more, a sort of prophetic instinct. The beginning of a feeling that you would like me. You shall have everything you want. No worries, no household cares, no thought of weather in the harvest. I wish I could put my feelings into more graceful shape. Miss Everdeen, if you could...
I do not love you, Mr. Boldwood. Certainly, I must say that.
Say at least that you do not refuse me absolutely. God only knows how much you mean to me.
I don't know what to say.
Then say nothing and let me speak to you again upon the matter.
I'm afraid they will notice us.
May I call on you tomorrow?
Oh, no, please. No, please. You must give me time.
Anytime. I'm happier now.
Oh, no, I beg you, really. You mustn't think... No, I must think.
Yes. And I will wait.
Yes, miss.
Did you not hear me calling?
No, miss.
I just wondered whether everything was ready for the shearing.
Oh, yes, indeed, miss. You needn't worry on that score.
Tell me, Gabriel, did the men make any observation on my going off with Mr. Boldwood?
Yes, they did.
Did they think it odd?
No, miss. Not odd.
Well, what did they say?
That Farmer Boldwood's name and your own were likely to be flung over pulpit together before the year was out.
Oh, that's absolute nonsense. There's not a word of truth in it. And I want you to tell them so, Gabriel.
Well, now, Bathsheba.
Miss Everdeen, you mean?
I mean this, Miss Everdeen, I mean this. If Mr. Boldwood really spoke to you of marriage, I am not going to put it about that he didn't, just to please you. I already tried to please you too much for my own good.
I only want you to tell them that I'm not going to marry him. Not that there'd be any shame in it if I were. However, I'm not, and I'd be glad if you tell them so.
I can say that to them if you wish, Miss Everdeen. Likewise, I could give an opinion to you on what you've done.
I dare say you can, but I don't want your opinion. Well, what is your opinion?
That it's unworthy. I'm sorry if that sounds like a reprimand.
Oh, no, not at all. As far as I'm concerned, a reprimand from you is the same as a compliment from anyone of real judgment. And where in particular lies my unworthiness? In not marrying you, perhaps?
I long ceased thinking about that.
Or wishing it, I suppose.
Or wishing it either. My opinion is that you were greatly to blame for playing pranks on a man like Mr. Boldwood. Leading a man on you don't care for just for the fun of it, just to satisfy your own vanity.
How dare you criticize my personal conduct?
You invited it.
I will not allow any man in my employ to criticize me. I won't have you on this farm a moment longer.
Very well, in that case, I shall be very glad to go.
Go, then, in heaven's name.
Very good, Miss Everdeen.
Can't you do anything?
Well, there's only one man in the county who knows the trick, missus.
Well, get him. Go on, hurry.
Shepherd Oak, missus.
I won't have him on this farm. How about Farmer Boldwood? He'll know.
Oh, we haven't got the touch, ma'am, saving your presence, not we animals. They'll all be as dead as nits if they bain't be got out and cured.
I won't have him on this farm. I won't. I won't.
She says you must come at once, Gabriel.
Must? You go tell your mistress from me that beggars can't be
Choosers, he says. And you must ask him civil, as becomes any human being begging a favor from another.
up. Get on. Hey, get on. Get on. Here. Get on. Here. Here we go. Get on now. Hey, here. Get on.
Gabriel.
Get on. Sit on.
Gabriel. Would you stay on with us, please?
I will.
I lost my love and I cannot. I lost my love and I cannot. I'll soon have another that's better than t'other. I lost my love and I cannot. Her's gone away and I cannot. Her's gone away and I cannot. I'll soon have another that's better than t'other. I lost my love and I cannot.
Now, Master Polegrass, what about your song?
My man. I be all but in liquor, and the gift is wanting in me.
Don't be ungrateful, Joseph. Mistress is looking hard at you.
Come on, Joseph. Come on now.
Yes, come on, Joseph. Seeds of love.
Seeds of love.
Seeds of love.
Hush your mouth. Hush
I sowed the seeds of love. 'Twas all in the spring, in April, May, and sunny June, where small birds they do sing, when small birds they do sing. Oh, the willow tree will twist, and the willow tree will twine. I wish I was in that young girl's arms that once held this heart of mine. That once held this heart of mine. Now all you answer men, don't leave me to complain. Isn't time will rise again? Given time will rise again.
Mr. Beaufort, how nice to see you.
Good evening, Miss Everdeen.
Evening, sir.
Evening, Mr. Baldwin.
Evening.
Gabriel, would you...
Will you sit down, Mr. Baldwin?
Thank you.
Odd chop, lad. Come on, Mark, lad. Give him a bit of room.
Will you sing us a song, mistress?
Oh, yeah.
Better sing us a
Yeah,
song.
go on, lad.
Gabriel,
Yes, miss?
Do you have your flute with you?
Pass it. You need it. Pass it.
Will you play if I sing?
What shall it be, miss?
Bushes and briars?
Bushes and briars. Yeah, bushes and briars. Now let's have a bit of quiet for the miss.
Through bushes and through briars, I lately took my way, all for to hear the small birds sing, and the lambs to skip and play. All for to hear the small birds sing, and the lambs to skip and play. I overheard my own true love, his voice did sound so clear. Long time I have been waiting for the coming of my dear. Long time I have been waiting for the coming of my dear. Sometimes I am uneasy and troubled in my mind. Sometimes I think I'll go to my love and tell to him my mind. But if I should go to my love he will say nay. If I show to him my boldness, he'll ne'er love me again. If I show to him my boldness, he'll ne'er love me again.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mrs. Good night, Mrs. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good night. Lift up that head. Get up. Come on, give us troubles I got. I wanted summons. To marry a wife, I thought a good plan for a woman. They said was a commercial man.
If I can believe in any way that I could make you a good wife, I will indeed be willing to marry you.
Miss Emily.
But I cannot promise yet, and I have not promised tonight.
You shall not regret it. If it's in my power, you shall not regret it. When can I hope to hear?
I shall not keep you in suspense a moment longer than I need.
Please don't decide hastily.
No, I won't. Perhaps by harvest time.
By harvest time. By harvest time I shall know.
Yes, you shall have your answer. But please remember, I have not promised yet.
Good night, mate.
Good night. Let me go.
I haven't got you. Is it a woman?
You have. And it is.
A lady, I should have said. If you'll just give me the lantern a moment, I'll unfasten you in no time.
Please do. I'm in a hurry.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. Could be a long business. Unless you want me to cut the material.
Then cut it.
You don't want me to do that. No need. If you'll just hang on a moment, I'll hold still. Be patient, patient.
You're not doing anything.
I'm looking at a beautiful face. One of the most beautiful faces I've ever seen.
Well, it's unwillingly shown.
Oh.
Oh.
I like you the better for that incivility, I must say.
Look, you're making it worse on purpose. Please go and leave me here.
Impossible, I'm afraid. If I go, I shall drag you with me. And if I leave you here, well, I'm absolutely bound to stay and keep you company.
Who are you?
Sergeant Troy.
And what are you doing here?
Before I entered the service of Her Majesty, I used to live here. I always come back for haymaking. There we are. Free. I only wish it had been the knot of knots. There's no untying. Night. Beauty. Ah, Miss Everdeen. Little did I think it was you. The Queen of the Corn Market herself I was speaking to the other night. I'm sorry if I offended you, but it does seem a bit hard.
What seems hard?
That ill luck should follow a man for honestly telling a woman she's beautiful.
It's not your honesty I take exception to. It's your impudence.
Miss Everdeen, you do forgive me, don't you?
I do not.
How can you blame me for your looks? A woman like you does more damage than she can conceivably imagine.
Please go away. I'd rather you didn't talk to me again.
I haven't been able to stop thinking about you since I first met you.
Oh.
Honestly. I loved you then, at once. And I do now.
It's not possible. There's no such sudden feeling in people. Evening, Gabriel.
Sergeant Troy reporting for sword exercise, man. Sit down. First, I'll show you the cuts. Cut 1, as if you were sowing corn. Cut 2, as if you were hedging. Cut 3, as if you were reaping. And 4, as though you were threshing. And from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll show you how they look in action. Stand up. You're the enemy, right?
No.
You're not scared, are you?
No.
Because if you're scared, I can't perform. I promise I won't touch you. Don't move.
Is it very sharp?
No, got no edge at all. Hold still.
Ella! You sure you're not scared?
Sure.
Of course, we usually do them from horseback. I'll show you. caterpillar on you. Don't move. Wait a moment. There's a lock of hair needs tidying. Bravely born. Wonderful in a woman.
How did you manage to do that with a sword that has no edge?
No edge. This sword will shave like a razor.
But you said it... I've been within an inch of my life.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say half an inch of being pared alive 295 times.
If he marry her, she'll give up farming, all right.
Well, I wish I had half such husband. I'd give up farming, all right.
I've heard he's had almost as many girls as there are letters in the alphabet. Mistress will be YRZ at the least.
Tamara smelling a drat.
I heard what you said, so don't waste time denying it. I simply want you to know I don't care for Mr. Troy in the least. So don't let me catch you gossiping again.
We wouldn't, miss.
Because I don't care for him. In fact, I hate him. Do you understand? Hate him.
I hate him too, miss.
We all hate him, miss. He's a wild scamp, miss. You do right to hate him.
What do you mean, wild scamp? How dare you to my face? Why, what right have you to hate him, you or anyone? Not I care for him. I don't. I don't. If I catch any of you saying a word against him, I'll have you dismissed instantly. Understand?
What's your fault? What you said that for? It wasn't my fault.
Stop it.
He kissed her on the cheek, me lads, and he kissed her on the chin. And don't be kissing me, my me lads, I fear it is a sin, a sin, a sin, me lads, I fear it is a sin.
Storm's passing now, miss. Fine tomorrow. I hope you're not still angry, miss.
Angry? Oh, no, no.
People always say such foolery. From now on, I'm going to tell them. Of course, a lady like Miss Everdeen can't love them. I'll say out in plain black and white.
You fool, can't you see? Aren't you a woman yourself?
Miss?
I love him to very distraction and misery and agony. Lily, come here. Tell me, the things they say about him, tell me they're not true. They're not true, are they?
No, miss. I don't... No, I'm sure they're not true.
You only agree with me like that to please me. It cannot be bad as is said, do you hear?
Yes, miss, yes.
And you don't believe he is?
Well, I don't know what to say, miss. If I say no, you don't believe me. If I say yes, you rage at me.
Well, say you don't believe it. Say you don't.
Well, I don't believe him to be so bad as they make out.
He's not bad at all. I know he isn't. It's just jealousy and gossip that makes him say so. Anyway, he's not here. For a few days. I don't often cry, do I, Lyd? Why is love in such misery? I shall be ruined, Lyd. I know I shall.
Oh, no, miss.
If he comes back to Weatherbury.
Then he must not, miss. He mustn't come back here.
No. He mustn't.
This is a tale of Captain Cook, and this is his ship. From there he sailed on into uncharted seas, never before entered by civilized man. At last, they sighted land, and soon they arrived at Tahiti, the paradisical island of the South Sea, where everyone went naked, as you could see, and lavish entertainment was offered to them, including dancing girls and other delights of forbidden fruits. But all was not beer and skittles, ladies and gentlemen, for to their horror and dismay, the captain and his crew were present next day at a human sacrifice, at which the unfortunate victim was tied up and done to death.
Working better now, Parsons?
All right now, Mr. Baldwin, sir.
Mr. Bolwood.
Good evening, lady.
Good evening, sir.
Your mistress is back?
Well,
She's tired.
rather, sir.
Do you think I might see her for a moment?
Oh, she cannot see you, sir, at present. Not anyone.
Yes, I see. Would you tell her that I called?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good night, sir.
Much obliged to you, James.
Sergeant Troy.
That's my name.
I'm William Boldwood.
Oh, yes. Good evening.
I want a word with you about her who lives up there. And a woman you've cruelly wronged and should have married.
Do you really? I wonder at your impertinence.
Wonder or not, you're going to have a conversation with me.
Very well. No need to raise your voice.
I know about you and Fanny Robin.
Do you know?
You ought to marry her.
I suppose you're right. Unfortunately, I can't.
Why not?
First of all, she's disappeared. And secondly, I'm too poor.
I may as well speak plainly. I don't wish to enter into the question of right or wrong. I intend a business transaction with you.
I see.
Leave Weatherbury now, and you'll take £50 with you. Fanny will have 50 to prepare for the marriage, and 500 for you on the day of the wedding. What do you say? Is that reasonable?
Yes, very. £50 right away, did you say?
Yes.
Seems you counted on me accepting. I'm afraid she's expecting me. I suppose I'd better go and wish her goodbye.
I don't see the necessity. Can't you just go?
She'll only wander around looking for me. You know women. Tell you what. You shall hear all I say to her. It'll help you in your love-making when I'm gone. Wait there.
Frank, darling, is that you? Oh, Frank. It's been so long.
You go in. I've left my bag. I won't be a moment. You see my difficulty.
I'll kill you and ruin her.
It would be a mistake to kill me, would it not?
It would be a mistake to kill you now.
Better kill yourself.
Far better. She must love you. She must love you indeed. Troy, you've got to make her your wife.
Fanny or Bathsheba? I want to be quite sure I do what you want.
Bathsheba, and I will help. You shall have the same money as before. Anything you need. As long as you do what is right.
She has a right to approve of the arrangement. Don't you agree? Oh, Mr. Boldwood. Now, what was the arrangement? £50 to marry Fanny. Sorry, no. £50 not to marry Fanny, £50 to marry Bathsheba. Only one snag, really. Do you know what that is, Mr. Boldwood? We were married this morning.
Let us pray.
Evening, Gabriel. Evening, thank you.
Evening.
Evening.
Ah, Gabriel. How are you?
Just tell the sergeant I'd like a word with him, will you?
Right, Gabriel, right. He won't listen, Gabriel.
Just tell him there's going to be a storm, will you? And the ricks must be covered or they'll be ruined, and the farm along with them. All I need is 5 men for an hour or two.
I'll tell him, Gabriel.
Give him an order, Sergeant! Friends, this is more than just a harvest home. This is a wedding feast as well. As you know, not so long ago, this lady and I were married. And we've yet to celebrate the occasion. Well, we're going to celebrate now. I want every man to go happily home to bed. So I've ordered a special nightcap of hot brandy to be prepared.
Frank, please don't give it to them. They've really had quite enough.
I'll tell you what we'll do, friends. We'll send the women home to warm the bed. And we men will stay and have a carouse to ourselves. What do you say? But let any man show a white feather, and he can look elsewhere for a winter's work.
Frank, please. It'll only do him harm.
You want a song?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, one of them military songs.
Jolly Tinker.
Half an hour.
As I went down a shady lane and a door I chanced to knock. Have you any pots or kettles or rusty holes to block? Well, indeed I have. Don't you know I have? To me right for Laura laddie, well, indeed I have. She took me by the lily white hand, she led me through the hall. The servants cried, the devil, as he come to block us all. Well, indeed I have. Don't you know I have? To me right for Laura laddie, well, indeed I have. She took me up the stairway and into her bedroom. And she lay down on a feathery bed and I lay on it too. Well, indeed, don't you know I did? To me right for Laura laddie, well, indeed I did. Oh, she lay down the feathery bed and she began to knock. To let the servants know, me boys, that I was at me work. Well, indeed, don't you know I was? To me right for Laura laddie, well, her pocket and she pulled out £50 saying, take this for your tea. friend Grenadier. Now they hadn't been there long, me boys, but he threw his arm round her middle, and out from his knapsack he drew.
It doesn't matter. I didn't mean to hurt anybody or betray myself.
What's done's done.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you 1,000 times.
Go in, woman, go in.
morning. Hello, my beauty. Ella? I'm sorry, Mrs. Troy. Come.
Worse than what? We're 3 years ago. Have you seen Mr. Bolwood? I ain't seen any you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Oak.
How are you, sir?
Well, very well.
It's a terrible sight, sir.
Possibly. Whatever happened, it's my fault. I don't believe I shall save 1/10 of my corn this year. Oak, I've been a weak and foolish man. I don't know what I can do. It's this miserable grief. I had some faint belief in the mercy of God before I lost that woman. I know they all laugh about me in the parish.
I don't think so, sir.
I think so, Oak. However, no woman's had power over me for long. We were never really engaged. I wasn't jilted, whatever they say, was I? I won't give up. I wasn't jilted. She never promised.
I'll lay 2 guineas on the wine.
Make it 4.
I'll raise it 2. I'll take it.
Not dodging the issue, are you, Troy?
I'm not one for that, Your Lordship.
Still 50 guineas, then?
50 guineas. Hardly worth my coming.
Make it 100.
And 20. If you've got it to lose. Come on, my beauty. God, what are you doing here?
I wouldn't have come, but I need help.
Where have you been? What's happened to you? Why didn't you write to me?
I feared to.
That you, Master?
Yes. Yes.
Shall I be getting the boy to give him a rub down, sir?
In a moment. In a moment. You can't stay here.
I know. I had to see you, Frank. I am going. I'm going, Frank.
Where?
Casterbridge.
Where will you stay?
The workhouse.
You can't stay there. Well, perhaps for tonight. And tomorrow I'll come for you. I'll bring all the money I can lay my hands on. We'll find you some proper lodgings. $11 at the Corn Exchange. I'll meet you there. Could you let me have £20?
What for?
There's another fight tomorrow. And if I can raise some cash, I can win back what I lost.
It's not the money I care about. It's just...
Good.
I don't want you to go. Oh, Frank, please. Don't. It's only a few weeks ago you said I was sweeter to you than all your other pleasures put together. I am your wife. Frank, what's the money really for?
All this grumbling over a little money.
I think I have the right to grumble a little if I'm the one who pays.
Well, you've had your little grumble, so now suppose you pay. Bathsheba, give me the money, or you'll be sorry.
I'm sorry already.
Sorry about what?
My romance has come to an end.
All romances end at marriage.
I wish you wouldn't talk like that. You grieve me to the soul by being smart at my expense.
Well, you're dull enough at mine.
When I married you, your life was dearer to me than my own. Frank, I would have died for you.
Well, if you repent of marrying, so do I.
Only repent if you don't love me more than any other woman in the world. Not otherwise, Frank.
Don't be so desperate. Don't be so desperate.
Frank. That girl you were with, who was she?
No one. No one.
Get on, get on!
Oh, boy.
Come on in, Joseph. What's the hurry?
Poor woman's dead. Nothing will bring her back to life again.
Come on, Joseph. All right, Matthew. Oh. Boy.
Get his mug out there. I only stay a minute. I don't be in before that. You'll be here. You'll be out walking the road. Come on.
I knew you wouldn't pass by without calling in.
Reckon that.
Joseph.
What time is it?
It's past 5. Parson's gone home. We shall have to bury her in the morning.
Parson? Oh. Well, I got a slight attack of the multiplying eye. I got a bit held up.
Mistress says to take her up to the house. She can lie there till morning. After all, that's where she came from. Move over, Joseph. Come on now. Up.
I'll sit up for master if you like, miss. I'm not at all afraid of Fanny if I may sit in my own room.
It's all right, Liddy. I'm all right. You go to bed.
Very well, miss.
Liddy?
Miss?
Fanny passed through Weatherbury yesterday, didn't she?
I believe she did, miss, yes.
What did she die of?
What I heard, miss, was a wicked story. I can't believe it, so I wouldn't repeat it.
Sweetheart was a soldier, wasn't he?
That's right, miss, in Mr. Troy's regiment.
Go to bed now, Liddy.
No, miss, I'll stay with you.
Go to bed, please.
Miss.
It was someone in his regiment.
That's what I always said. I always said that. Women that he knew what to do with. Annie Robin. Leaving her in that condition. Leave her in that condition. It's not true. True, right, Ina? The Casterbridge Union.
God help me. Oh.
Who is it?
I must go. I must go. I must go. I must go.
I want you to stay.
Oh, don't. Don't. I love you better than she did. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. You will kiss me. I'm your wife.
In the sight of heaven, you are my very wife. My darling Fan.
I'm your wife.
I'm not morally yours. This woman is more to me, dead as she is, than you ever were. Or are. Or could be.
Almighty God that give us grace. Almighty God that give us grace that. Almighty God that give us grace that we may cast away the works. Almighty God that give us grace that we may cast away the works of darkness. Almighty God that give us grace that we may. Almighty God that give us grace that we may cast away the works of darkness and put on us the armor of light. Almighty God that give us grace that we may cast away the works of darkness and on us put the armor of light. Almighty God that give us grace that we may cast away. Miss! Eddie! Oh, Miss, come in, do. You must come in. Look. You can't sit there. Look.
No, I can't.
He's gone.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh, no, I can't go home yet. I must think.
As I was a-walking one morning in May, I spied a young couple a-making of hay. Oh, one was a fair maid and her beauty shone clear, and the other was a soldier, a bold grenadier. Good morning, good morning, good morning, said he. Oh, where are you going, my pretty lady? I am going a-walking by the clear crystal stream to see cool waters glide and hear nightingales sing. Oh, soldier, will you marry me? Oh, no, my sweet lady, that never can be. For I've got a wife at home in my own country. 2 wives and the army's too many for me. One morning in May, I spied a young couple a-making of hay. Oh, one was a fair maid, and her beauty shone clear, and the other was a soldier, a bold grenadier.
They said never worth 3 shillings. You know very well it can. Got a nose to it.
Don't be damn good.
Been in the rick for 2 years.
2 years, that's
you know as well as I do.
That's a bit of this year's car.
A fair price.
Okay, I'll give you 50. How many you got, Madame?
I got 56.
56. 44 for 4. 44 for 4.
No,
43.
no.
Excuse me. I'll be looking for Mrs. Troy.
Yes, that's Mrs. Troy over there. Yes.
43 for the 106.
Mrs. Troy?
Yes.
I got some very bad news. I'm afraid your husband being drowned. He washed out to sea.
What's happened?
Her husband's been drowned. Those scars from the car.
Suppose we brought him into Budva. Must have been washed out to sea.
No, the chap just called and said her husband's been drowned.
Must be washed out to sea.
Get some water.
To go. I want to go.
Morning, Mrs. Troy.
Morning.
Mr. Hope?
Gabriel.
Jan? How are you?
Ah, pretty tight, sir, thank you.
Good morning, Mrs. Terence. Morning, Mr. Troy. Henry? Good morning.
Good morning, Strokes. Thank you.
Caney?
6 years, you'll be free to remarry, even if nothing more is heard of him. I'm willing to wait that long. More than willing. If you are willing to promise that in 6 years, if you are still alone...
We may all be dead. 6 years.
But if we are not?
Mr. Boldwood, I will say this. I will never marry another man whilst you wish me to be your wife. I cannot say more.
Promise me that in 6 years you'll be my wife.
If I can give you happiness by a mere promise, not to get married before 6 years, should my husband not return.
Promise.
It is a great honor to me, and I cannot but...
Promise.
Consider.
Promise.
I cannot yet promise.
If not yet, then when?
Soon. Christmas.
Christmas.
Why, you wouldn't like to do that, would you?
Famous impersonation of the infamous dictator. Famous circus and menagerie. This way, ladies and gentlemen, 1 penny admission or 2 pennies with a cushion filled with straw. Roll up, someone roll. For 1 penny, ladies and gentlemen, you can see Captain Fortescue representing the infamous dictator.
The finest menagerie in the world. Animals imported from the Far East for your special entertainment.
Come and see Captain Fortescue as the infamous Dick Turpin on his famous bloody black vest, on his famous ride to York, for the price of 1 penny admission, or 2 pennies for a cushion filled with straw. Roll, ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to commence.
Pleased to meet you. You know Mrs. Troy?
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Troy.
How do you do? Pleased to meet you.
Yeah. Enjoying yourself? Yes, thank you.
Oh,
You all right, mate?
I can't go on.
Don't be ridiculous.
I've lost my voice.
You were singing your head off a minute ago.
That's how it went.
They'll tear the place apart. There's £50 in there.
Listen, to tell you the truth, there's a man out there I owe money to.
You've dodged creditors before, haven't you? Brush up your moustache and thicken your voice. It's a risk you'll damn well have to take, Captain.
Captain Fortescue and his bonny black vest. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. The show is about to commence.
Afternoon, Sergeant. Not drowned, then, I see. Oh, he is. He was drowned.
The story was wrong, wasn't it? Had a bit of luck. Got picked up.
Always was that, he weren't you, Sergeant?
What are you doing here?
Oh, I thought we might do a bit of business together.
Just get out, will you?
If you like, Sergeant. I'm sure Mrs. Troy will be relieved to hear the news.
The show is about to commence.
Stand and deliver! Your money or your life! Come on out! It'll be the better for you.
Hey, sir, don't shoot me, sir. Oh, my goodness. long weight off his shoulders. Ah, my good woman, I'll wager she could spare a pound or two. Oh, me pies! Here's the groom. Look after her well. She's done me proud.
Keep your mouth shut. Tell no one you recognize me and you'll not lack your proper reward. But speak to those you shouldn't, and you won't live to tell the tale. Ha ha ha!
When the spires of Yarkminster now burst on my view, and the chimes they were ringing a knell. Halt, halt, my brave mare, they no longer pursue. As she halted, she staggered, she fell. Her breathings are over, all hushed to her grave. My bonny Black Bess, once my pride, now her poor heart has burst, her rider to save. For Dick Turpin she lived, and she died.
Chair. Plenty of chairs, don't worry, sir. I'll spread them along the wall. Very good, sir.
Gunning?
Yes, sir.
Gunning. There's no Hollywood berries. Find some Hollywood berries.
Sir.
Now, you have plates, cutlery, bowls. Have you enough of everything?
I'm not sure, sir.
Not sure. Well, if you're not sure, ask. Do you understand? There must be no mistakes. If you need anything at all, send it to Casterbridge. This has got to be a great occasion. This house hasn't seen a party like this since I was a boy.
I know that, sir.
Since I was a boy.
Yes, sir.
Is there any new knot in fashion? You know.
I don't know that, sir.
Plate, please. Over here.
They shall take other stones and put them in the place of those stones. And he shall take mortar and plaster the house. That's no good. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat. I don't know what to do. Just don't know what to do. I really believe that if I don't give him my word, he'll go out of his mind. Gabriel, I believe I hold his entire future in my hands. And I tremble at the responsibility.
I hope nothing so dreadful hangs on it as you fancy. Perhaps you should give him the conditional promise that he wants. I think I would.
But is it right? Is it right, Gabriel?
The only sin, to my mind, lies in thinking of ever marrying a man you don't love, honest and true.
Oh, you may suppose that love is wanting. Love is an utterly sorry, worn-out, bygone thing. For him or anyone else.
Sorry, Mom. I'm obviously not the right person to advise.
Good evening, Mr. Bowen.
Good evening. Have you everything you need, lady?
Yes, thank you.
Good evening. There's a supper table downstairs.
Thank you so much. Very kind.
Enjoy yourself.
Good evening, Mr. Bowden.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mrs. Baldwin, sir.
Come in, pray. Don't feel you have to stay down there. There's dancing here, food. Help yourselves. I want you all to enjoy yourselves.
Well, that's very kind of you.
My best respect to the
So you've come.
Yes, of course. I said I would.
Yes, you said. I must speak to you.
Please. No, not yet, please.
I must. Now.
Please, Mr. Bowwood, I do beg of you, please. Please, Mr. Bowwood, I do beg of you.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Baldwin. Oh, may I have the pleasure of presenting Dr. and Mrs. Braybrook.
Braybrook, Miss Troy. This is my daughter, Janet. A splendid party.
What do you say? You're promised. You give it.
Mr. Bowwood, I'm not the same as I was when, before.
You're still a very beautiful woman. I ask only for the privilege of looking after you.
If I say yes, you'll not press me anymore.
No.
Very well. In 6 years, if my husband does not return, I will be your wife. Oh, no, I cannot wear a ring.
As a token of a pleasant engagement with a marriage at the end.
No, besides, I would not want anyone to know about...
Wear it tonight. Just for tonight. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to propose a toast. I want you to charge your glasses, Gunny. And when you have, I want you to drink with me to the lady who...
Is Mrs. Troy here?
Yes, sir.
Bathsheba, I come here for you. I've come to take you home. Come, madam. Do you hear me? Come.
There's nothing I can do, Mrs. Troy.
No. Frank. Frank. No. Frank. Frank. Oh, Frank. Frank. Oh, Frank. 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 Oh, Frank. Frank, 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 Frank.
8 months. It seems like yesterday to me.
Seems years ago to me. Long years. I've been dead between. Are you in the choir now, Gabriel?
For quite a time now. Mrs. Troy,
Yes.
I've been hoping to have a word.
What?
The fact is, I'm thinking of leaving England.
Leaving England?
I don't see much of a future here. California's the spot I had in mind.
But I thought you were to have Mr. Boldwood's place. I heard it was...
I had the offer, but I decided not. That's why I thought it fair to give you clear notice.
I see. Why, I'd hoped that if you leased Mr. Boldwood's, you might still give a helping look across at mine.
I would have, willingly.
Now that I'm at my most helpless, you're going away.
Yes, that's the misfortune of it all. And it's because of that very helplessness that I feel bound to go.
I see.
Yes, Ma'am.
Well.
Good afternoon, Ma'am.
Oh, Gabriel. You're not really going, are you?
Well, I will stay on one condition, and on one condition only.
Well,
This one. That whenever I look up, there you will be. And whenever you look up, there shall I be.